What is going on, everyone? Billy here again. Lights, camera, action figures. As always, at Action Figures on YouTube, Underpunch email on Instagram. And tonight we have a very special guest. Nick Doobs is in the house.
Billy,
Doobs Creations. How are you, sir?
doing well, my friend, and yourself.
I'm doing pretty good, man. I've been dealing with something for the last couple hours. I'm glad to finally be moving forward.
Yeah,
That's how life works. But let's just cut to it, man. You are going to be in a film, assuming that we reach this goal. There's a Kickstarter.
Got to reach the goal.
Yeah, we got to reach
our goal.
There's a Kickstarter right now for He-Man and She-Ra film sequel, Fall of Grayskull 2. And you play Roboto, which is pretty great. I'm going to get to the Kickstarter here in a second, but
okay.
I was looking at it and it still has 40 days to go. And right now, it just got launched, what, a week, less than a week ago?
Monday,
this
launched Monday morning. So 5 days. We're in it 5 days.
So how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling great. I love the trailer. Daniel did an incredible job on it. And, it's like he did this trailer. It's kind of backwards, right? So normally you make the movie, you can take clips from the movie, make your trailer.
Right.
Well, we got the trailer made. We don't have the movie made, but the trailer looks incredible. We did this with no budget. That's kind of the point of the Kickstarter now. So all the filming, it was just the trailer. Like, this is what we can do if we reach our funding goal. And really, it's going to be even better because then we're going to have funding and it'll look amazing. But
that's the thing. So I think, and this is, hey, look, Daniel, don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just telling you from my point of view. I think he overshot. The trailer is so good that I think people watch, because the trailer is right off the jump when you go to Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. And I think the trailer is just so fantastic. It looks like you shot a full featured film. It looks like you shot a whole film. I don't think people realize that this is just what you could get if you back this project. Yeah, it's a taste, right? It's like it's a flight. It's a sampling. You know what I mean? Like, you come into a fancy place, and I mean, because it's so good that if you watch it, you almost think like, okay, well, they've already shot the film. Cool. I might back it. I might not. It's that good. He really put some time and effort into this, and as far as as well as you and the other actors and actresses, but it's so
many
good
characters.
I just think that it feels like it's done, but people need to know that this is not done.
We need some funding. We need some backing.
So let me pull this up. Let me pull this up over here.
Pull it up.
So you're right here. That's you, Roboto. And you've got a great cast. I will put down below, in the description, links so you can come check this out. Everyone who plays in this is there. You can, if you watch this full trailer here, you will see everyone who's in this film who is going to be in it. But they do need some funding, and it's 40 days to go. So far, 98 backers. They've raised $18,488 of $250,000 goal, which is not that large. That's pretty short for this type of film, and the way it looks, in my opinion, pretty fantastic. But I do want to let people know, when you come down and you start reading about the story and what's going on and some of the production. Remember, this is part 2. So Daniel even goes into length, and he tells you, hey, we've been learning over the years. Because how long has it been since part 1?
It's been 10 years. So, he's done another movie. He did a horror movie, The Bloody Man. I mean, he's definitely improving upon his craft for sure.
Yeah. And this will be a little more lighthearted than what we're accustomed to with Daniel here. But I'm telling you guys, you really need to go check this out. And then when you watch the trailer, remember, this is just a taste of what you can get. So there are things like, you can make a pledge, right? We all know how Kickstarter works. And the way Kickstarter is kind of laid out, it's not real plain, but it does it tells you off to the right. You can just make like $1, help them out, give them your support. If you click over here, and then like you get a thank you for $5, and you'll be in the end credits, your name. So just go donate $5 if you can. But they have Blu-ray, they have DVD, they have cassette, they have a digital copy, and all these things, stickers. I mean, like everything is here. Wax packs, sign poster. There's a digital screener, t-shirts, for young ladies and men and women, whatever, coloring books, activities, lunch boxes.
I like the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You
10
got a
lunch
little nice
box.
little collection of lunch
Yeah,
boxes there. Yeah. You're gonna back
yeah,
it yourself. You're in it.
yeah. I'm backing it anyway. I got to make sure I get a lunchbox. I got
You
to
gotta get
get
a
one of
lunch
those little
box.
plushies. Definitely got to
Yeah.
get a little plushie for my little girl. That Orco looks, so
Yeah. And like
cuddly.
Blu-ray, people are big fans of Blu-ray. That's up here. Make sure you go on here, and the VHS is where I lay. I want the VHS.
Do you have a VHS player?
I do. Yeah. I like
Nice.
the old media. That's my thing. And then of course
There's the plushie.
the
Yeah.
Orco plush. Right now there's 2 backers, but here's the thing. When you first come on here, see, like when I scroll up, when you start reading about it, it doesn't kick you straight to the tiers. So
Yeah, it goes straight to the trailer and the
it
kind
does,
of
yeah. And the
about
trailer
it.
is
Yeah.
so good. Trailer is so good, and I think maybe I hate to say it's a bad thing. It's fantastic. I'm gonna play it if that's cool with you. Just the first 2
Let's
minutes
play
of
it.
it, just to let people
Yeah, let's
see it.
play it. Let's rock
All right.
it. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
it.
rock it. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll get it going here. But it's so good, man. You would agree. I mean, it's fantastic.
Daniel did an amazing job.
It's probably a little over the top, man, because it feels like it's done. And they're not profited, any way in this endeavor at all. It says right here, it tells you that you're backing a project to, do something for fans, Just check this out, man. And I hope the audio is playing because it's fantastic.
Have you ever wondered, why are we doing all of this?
Oh yeah. So good.
Horde will not stop until Eternia is completely destroyed.
Where are the rebels?
This is
Dude, Catra, like, come on.
Only the king and queen, the sorceress and I, know the secret. I have a sister.
And I love that Prince Adam is different than He-Man. Like, you
Must
actually,
destroy the Horde.
yeah, he gets his blade up for sure. Green guys.
yeah, Green Goddess, fantastic.
If I can't stop Hordak,
Classic
Who
Diva.
No, great. There's my boy. There's Nick. There he is. Whoop, whoop. There he is. I love it. Oh, yeah.
death has come to Eternia.
The Hordak
Die.
mask that Matt O'Toole did. Matt O'Toole is
dude.
just perfect.
Like the 8-back right there, when they're up in the reeds, or weeds or whatever anybody wants to call it. It's fantastic.
It's the Errol McCarthy art.
Exactly. Even when you're doing the when you're shooting the the cannon out of the fist, that one, it reminds me of the space, the
Yeah.
the painting there,
The poster. Yeah.
poster. Thank you.
That was like, that's what Daniel had that pulled out, and he's like, okay, this is what we're recreating this. So I mean, it's It's all in reference. I mean, whenever He-Man and Tila and Man at Arms were in there, we got the card back Errol McCarthy art. Then we had the Roboto poster, and it's all with love and intent, and it's not it's not somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about. I mean, Daniel lives and breathes this stuff. We all do,
Yeah, and let's just make sure people understand that what we just witnessed and watched. Hopefully the audio came through on this thing, but let's just say, if you can go watch this, I'm gonna put a link down below. Go check this out. Make sure you back it. But what you saw was just a tease of what could happen if this thing funds, because this was just a short, like, little montage of different little things you guys put together. How long ago was this? You don't mind me asking? Was it a while back or?
Yeah, it was a while back. So this was 2 years ago is whenever I shot my part, but it's different. He had clusters of people coming in. Yeah.
Up to this point. So that's the thing. Imagine this, no budget or on the back of, maybe one or two individuals like Daniel, like on his back. Yeah. And if you watch this further, he talks about selling his classics collection and getting into this, trying to get it going. Think about what we just witnessed on a zero to small budget versus $250,000. I think this thing would be phenomenal. I mean, it looks like it has the potential to just be fantastic. And
and we're gonna do it right. We're gonna, as you can tell, every character looks like they're supposed to look. We haven't changed any of their designs up. We haven't, we're staying true to the source material, and it's just pure passion.
It's really hard to like describe. Like right here, look at that Horde. I mean, it kind of takes me back to 87, like the with Skeletor, with Frank, was not Angela, what's his
Frank
name?
Langella,
yeah. It takes me back to that kind of. I said Angela at first, Langella, yeah. So
yeah,
that the prosthetics, the way the mask moved and all, it just takes me back to that. And I think really, man, that I don't know, whoever did this and worked on this,
that's Matt O'Toole. He's and so that's the thing is, not only were we huge fans, Matt's a professional prop builder. It's not.
Yeah, obviously.
It's not, he does this for a living. He lives in New Orleans, and he's done all kinds of stuff.
So look, I'm just gonna scroll through the cast.
Hold on, you can't just.
You want to? All right, if you want to name
just
them
casually go past the machine.
All right, well, you can.
Well,
you know why? Let me tell you, why? Because Nick Doobs is here, man, and Nick Doobs is the man.
I appreciate it.
I know he's the man. But like right now, you're the man. Now, if he'd like to come on here with you and talk about it, then guess what? He would be the man with you. But right now, you're the man. But we'll let him have his spotlight for a moment. He's already the man. So
is there a more perfect build for a He-Man though?
That's what I said. I like the fact that you went from the Prince Adam. You changed characters completely. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So you've met everyone here?
Not everyone. Brian, Mercedes here. That's Tila. Matt, I haven't met Tuesday. Tuesday was in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And
playing Marlena, I take it, with the silhouette in the background. Okay.
Yeah. Matt's not far from me. He lives in New Orleans. I'm in Lafayette, Louisiana. So he's gonna be playing Man at Arms, and he's also gonna be doing a lot of the props and prosthetics.
Okay.
He did that Horde mask.
He's the one who did the mask.
Yeah.
Matt is great, man.
Insanely talented. He also does a lot of artwork and sculpting for Savage Crucible for the that new action figure line. Yeah. So,
all right, that's cool.
And I haven't met Jennifer. I think Jennifer, I believe she's from Kentucky, but she's going to be She-Ra. Look, can't tell me she doesn't have the perfect She-Ra look.
Perfect. Yeah, for sure. And that's why we harken back to what we were saying in the beginning. Don't mistake this trailer for being done. This is just a taste of what you can get if you back this. That's the thing. Like, we need to get this thing back so we can get the full.
And like,
feature
how
film.
long have us as Masters of the Universe fans been like, man, we need a movie. You know, we need a
Yeah, we
movie.
haven't
We need
had
a
one.
movie.
Yeah.
And you know, we've heard rumors of Hollywood doing it, and you know, we seem to keep getting let down by Hollywood.
Yeah, it's a constant. It's moved from one studio to the other, and
Yeah.
then Sony moves it, and of course DreamWorks, and it's going to go over to Netflix, and then they had a cast, and then different cast, and they let go of this guy, this gal, this whatever. But that's the thing. You already have something in place. I mean, the trailer.
This is our chance, man. Like, this is our chance to make a grassroots, real passionate He-Man movie that is just like, we can control it. We pledge our money. We can control it. We can make it happen. We don't have to like sit and wait and like pray that Hollywood does it. You know,
that's the best way to put it, man. We can get it done if we get this pledge met.
Yeah.
All right. So Nate Underwood.
Yeah, we got Nate. I haven't met Nate, so Nate's gonna be Fisto. I haven't met him.
Yeah. He was in the trailer licking his fist, man. You know, like he was probably eating and stuff.
I'd like to fist him.
All right.
Lindsay was great. I met her on the set. She wasn't filming her. We didn't film any of the sorceress shots while I was there.
Okay.
But
so from what I take it, the sorceress, she's going to pass away, and Teela is going to be struggling with that to try to move forward. Now, can you give us any insight, or is that like we got to stay tuned for that? We got to back the project to find out.
Yeah, we kind of have to. Yeah, I can't give you a whole lot of insight with that. I don't want to spoil. And yeah,
I got you. All right, that's fine, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm just throwing some, the questions people might want to know. You're the guy. You're the inside man.
Houston. So I mean, he looks to me. He reminds me so much of the 2000X Prince Adam.
I was going to say 2000X.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was going to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, he's got that look for sure.
Now, who's this guy that's coming up next, man? I don't recognize.
That's a handsome fellow right there.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. He looks like you a little bit, man.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited. I mean, this is just like a dream come true,
Yeah, man. I look, honestly, dude, I've always supported you. I've always been a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
You and I have known each other for several years, and I've always, your props, the things that you make. You've done PowerCon with different, outfits. You've done Roboto. Now this is going to be honed in more for the film. This is going to be, I know.
Yeah. So it's like wearing this costume to PowerCon is one thing. Going to a movie, filming it for the movie, we're getting some upgrades. There's all kinds of stuff. Anybody that's ever made a costume and going to a con or just prop building, there's always these upgrades. So there's all kinds of things. I'm working from the inside out to upgrade. So there will definitely be
there won't be any disappointment. Won't be any disappointment.
No.
And just from the trailer, I want to just go back to one thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to get, don't hate on me, man. And Daniel, if you're watching, man, I think this is from just as a fan, I'm a fan, just a little bit, a small fan, large fan. I'm a large fan, small fan. I don't know how to put that. Anyway, I would think that, when you first come on with that trailer, it almost looks like the film is done. It gives me this impression that's like the film is done. And we need people to understand that's how great, that's how fantastic the trailer is. The trailer gives you this impression that the whole thing is laid out and finished, when technically it's just small cuts of what is to come if we can get this funded. And I really think Daniel needs to come on from the beginning and just be like, look here, here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise this. Make sure you go check out our goals. You can pledge, buy this, the DVD, because it's almost disservice to him and you guys. Like he's so great and everything is so fantastic. It just looks like it's done. And that's no disrespect. I mean that respectfully. You
Well,
know,
it's confusing. It is a little confusing because normally you see a trailer for any movie, you said, "Oh, the movie's done," and these are clips from
right. Yeah.
the movie. You know, so we're kind of doing it opposite here. But
Yeah. I just want
yeah,
people. I'm just trying to drive it home, and I really want people to know
yeah,
that there's backings that need to be purchased. Anything you can do, there's a portion where you can just contribute just to get in to help them out because I want to see this. And after seeing the trailer again, it I'm like just circling the barn here, but it's so fantastic, man. Well, anyways, let's move forward. Let's just continue. So,
yeah.
what else we got going on here?
Yeah, we got Juliet Soro. I believe. See, a lot of this is I wasn't there for her filming.
So so when you did your part, she wasn't there for when you were doing your stuff.
No, yeah. So yeah, it was me, Man at Arms, Tila, and He Man.
Okay.
Rebecca. Yeah, so we got Rebecca. They haven't filmed their part, but they're going to be doing. Rebecca will be Glimmer. If you've been to any convention, He-Man, or any stuff in the power cons, they go to Toyland a lot. Yeah, a lot of people know Rebecca and her husband.
Didn't he do War Duke? Didn't he do War Duke?
Yeah, scroll down. I think his John's War Duke is right on there. Yeah, but
right there,
right behind his right shoulder.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They do some great cosplay. Their costumes are always on point. Now he's Bo, right? Is that what the silhouette suggests?
Yeah, so he'll be Bo. Rebecca's gonna be Glimmer, and they're just like you don't even have. I know that they're gonna kill it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Insane.
All right, let's keep on going, man. So you didn't shoot film with everybody else from here down. So
no, it was just my scenes. It was just the scenes I was in. So and like, these
Newberry here.
We haven't seen, huh?
Go ahead.
We haven't seen them. So like Rebecca and John's scenes, they weren't even in the trailer. So there's even more characters that weren't even in the trailer
at all. Or Bo.
Yeah, they weren't in the trailer. So, but we've got them all cast and
obviously Hordak is going to be the main guy. You have to bring Etheria over, and of course we see Adora. We know She-Ra is going to be in it, so it kind of harkens to that side. And the 40th is coming up. I think next year? Is it this year? Next year for She-Ra? I believe it's next year.
I'm not sure.
So I know they're doing some. Mattel's doing some of the cartoon versions of.
She was right behind He-Man, and the He-Man was that last year.
And, honestly, that's what I grew up with. I mean, I grew up with Motu, but I grew up watching the She-Ra cartoons as I was a little bit older, and I got introduced to the Horde. Adam going through the portal and coming through Grayskull and going over to Etheria. So really, that it's. I don't know. It's just
the She-Ra ones. I think I didn't watch as a kid. I was a little boy. She-Ra's for girls, but going back and watching them as an adult, the She-Ra cartoons were actually a good bit better than the He-Man ones. I think because they had all the characters in there.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's kind of the same thing. They had the people at Filmation had some experience under their belt, and
Filmation nailed that, man.
Yeah.
We saw Newberry. Now, who we have? What do we have here? Catra here.
Catra, yeah, Catra was looking killer on that trailer. Yeah.
What's Colin supposed to be here? You remember, or do you know yet, or no? I mean, I know you're not in on the whole thing because you're filming parts.
Yeah. So, he's kind of got it set up so it's a good little teaser.
I can, obviously, yeah. Like, I didn't like going back again to John and Rebecca. I didn't even see them in the trailer. So there's other characters that we're being introduced to here with the silhouettes that you don't really know, who's what, who's who. Obviously, we saw her. Now I've seen her before. She's been in some stuff. That's Shadow Weaver.
Yeah, Shadow
Right?
Weaver. She was in the
Not
first one.
mistaken. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like right here, Mantenna. We didn't see Mantenna at all, but we saw the Horde troopers though.
Yeah, John. So Johnny is also an incredible prop builder. He was Triclops in the first one, and if you saw
Okay.
the first one, he
Yeah.
just nailed Triclops, and he did the Horde army that you saw in this trailer.
Right. All the troopers. Yeah.
Yeah, he was helping with that, and it's a team effort on building those Horde troopers. But yeah,
Scorpion, dude.
yeah.
Come on, man. None of this was in the trailer. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting back to.
So many characters, man.
You have
So many
to back the
characters.
project. We have to see this. I mean, we've got to
So many
see
characters.
this film. Like
We've already like quadrupled the amount of characters from the He-Man in the 80s film, the actual, the first
the
He-Man
film itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had Sarad, Blade, and Gwildor. You had 3 new characters that no one was
the
familiar
new
with.
ones.
Yeah. And you've already got, well, we saw Beast Man. Of course, he was a different iteration. He was different than what we were used to.
Yeah.
Like that's
Evelyn was in there. She was
Evelyn,
great.
yeah. Correct.
Skeletor.
Of course, Skeletor, yeah. Trying to think, the troopers were something that we weren't used to. So
No.
already we've got Catra. Mantenna we just saw Mantenna in a silhouette there. Scorpia. So we've already just right there.
Castaspella.
Castaspella. So like we've already gotten 3 or 4 characters, or even with what's his name? Your McDonald, your buddy, is playing Ward, his wife.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo.
So that's 5, 6. There's like 6, 7 characters right there that we didn't even have in the movie that was put on production and put out in the 80s that we wanted to see. And we haven't.
Members are so cool too, and it's just yeah.
Oh, look at this! Come on. I mean, it's another thing.
Come on, bro. Modulak.
I don't see the 2-part body here, but you know what? This like the Filmation type thing. I'll take it though. Let's get it. Let's go. I mean, yeah. So let me ask you this: has Daniel like indicated anything that if this doesn't reach his budget, obviously he can't get this done.
It's not going to happen if we don't reach 250K. So,
and that's got to get there. I think that's kind of small. I mean, for a production,
I thought it was going to be higher, but I think it's a good number. It's a good and our funding can always go higher than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can always go high. That's just like our bottom. That's just like our lowest required minimum. Grizzlor, are you kidding me?
Dude,
don't stop, baby.
A lot of Horde. There's a lot of Horde in here. There's a lot of Princess of Power.
It's the rise of the Horde, baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of Princess of Power characters in this that I know a lot of people would love to see. When you come on, make sure when you watch the trailer, you understand it's not finished. It's this. You saw characters here that's not even, it's not even near done. I don't know, man. The rewards are fantastic. You guys can get yourself a Blu-ray, digital copy. The VHS is what I'm going for. I'm doing the VHS back, and I'll probably be the only one on the Kickstarter, but that's fine.
You can be a Horde member. That's a backer reward. You can pledge and be in the film as a Horde member or a Eternian Guard.
Hold on, let me go down here because it's probably gonna be a little more expensive than the.
That's the big daddy tier, but
let's go down and check it out. Wait a minute, what is this? Kids meal box.
Yeah.
Eyes.
Yeah, they did a good job of putting like the throwback 80s inspired,
like Century Racer and all that.
McDonald's Happy Meal.
Copper.
Yeah.
Come on. So DVD, CD, soundtrack, comic. All right, you have that. Blu-ray. Where are we getting here? Like, come on, where are we at?
There's so much stuff. I know. It's like
Bunch of stuff.
you're bound to find something that you.
It's literally called bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm trying to find out where is this being in the film? Where? Oh, you got a statue being made too.
Yeah, like a little 7-inch statue, man in arms.
All right, so nearly everything for $800. So be an extra in the film for $850. All right, so be part of the cast in the film on a set in a non-speaking role. Travel is not included. Your name in the end credits and on IMDb. So
travel is not included. So if you're near Kentucky,
Kentucky,
yeah,
is that where?
Yeah, if you're near Kentucky, that's travel will not be expensive for you. So
I want to. So if I like to be in this, I could be in it.
Yeah, got to get
you in it. Man, I could just. What am I going to do? Just stand there though? Like what? What does Daniel have planned for me?
I don't know, man. That's a good.
We got to get Daniel on here, man. Come on, Daniel. You got to come on and talk and like. All right, look. You want to be an extra? Am I just gonna be like kicking, like standing around, just kicking some straw?
You can be elbow dropping somebody in the background,
or like Ram Man. I could be Ram Man. There
we go. You would make a good Ram Man.
I would definitely love to ram something, even though I can hardly walk, but Ram Man works. If I just stand there, yeah, come on, I just whatever, I'd be ready to bash something. So
get you jumping on a little trampoline and shoot your head forward.
Are you trying to get me hurt, man? I got arthritis, dog. Can't do that.
Get you a helmet. We'll get you. We'll make you a helmet.
Producer. So you can have your name in the opening end credits poster. The IMDb is pretty attractive to me. I like that. You get your name put on the website. You're in a film. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So I've noticed one thing: the awards is saying delivered by August of 2025, but then the top, I noticed it said 2027.
Yeah. So we still got to make the movie. So really, we would start filming at the end of this year, beginning of next year. And then, we got to film it and edit. It's going to take a while. So yeah, I think he's got 2027 as the release date. So
that's not a problem, because here's the thing: you can be in the movie as a member of the Horde for $12.50. Now, that's crazy. That's a lot of money, but think about it. You could be in a film. You'll be in the Masters of the Universe forever.
That's
for
right.
$1,250, man. Somebody's already backed it. There's a backer also for Eternian Guard. Someone's already pledged to be in that. I don't know, man. I'd almost want to do this. I can't afford travel though. Maybe I could ride with you. Just ride with you.
Yeah, man.
You only got to come like 15 hours
and
then they come way over and then we go up, or over.
We'll make a road trip out of it. It'll be a good time.
But yeah, man. So I'm excited for this. How many days we got here? Let's see what we've got.
We got 40 left, I believe.
And it just started on Monday.
Started Monday. I think it's 45 days. So yeah, 40
right, so 250, 18,000. I think San Diego Comic-Con is like putting a damper on a lot of stuff. Like SDCC is so popular right now.
SDCC, that Mondo Scareglow, pre-orders are up for that. That came up like the exact same time as.
And we're going to talk about that here in a second when we get done with this.
I think a lot of people are kind of, there's so much stuff that you can look at and try to decide what you want to buy. I think people are still trying to decide. So, the earlier you put your pledge in, the better, and obviously you're not going to get charged unless we reach our goal. And so you have time to decide what you want to go with, change your mind, you can get back in and, edit your stuff. So the earlier, the better that you put your pledge in. You can come back in and change it, but it'll help give it a push. And, people see that our funding is going up higher. So,
yeah, I would definitely, I would suggest that people get in right now, get their stuff going, get this thing back. Even if you only can pledge a few dollars just to help them out so you can watch the film later at some point, please do so.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a link below to the Kickstarter. Again, I just started YouTube not too long ago. I've only got, I have 201 to be exact, subscribers at the time, we're filming this. But I have a lot of social media presence. I'll put some stuff out. Try to help you guys out as much as I can on Instagram. And
Yeah, if you can't, and to people watching, if you can't back it, share it.
there you
There's
go. That's the thing,
lots of
man. You
people with
share it.
social media is huge. Share it over and over again. Let's get as
Well,
many eyes and
there's a tier here for, I want to say, it was like $1, $5. Oh no, sorry. It's so many things, so many different rewards. Yeah. So you can pledge $1 just because you believe in it. So every dollar helps,
that's right.
to get to the goal. So I'll share this, make sure everyone goes and, checks it out. Click on the link. If you can't support it, which is fine, it's understandable. Just share it with your, other people on your social media account if you can. If you're on YouTube, share it, get it out there. Let's definitely get it funded so we can at least get the full thing. Because that trailer is so fantastic, and there's so many characters we just didn't see based on just who's in the film. I would love to see it, man. So I wish you the best of luck, brother. I'd love to
Thank
see
you,
you
man.
in Roboto, and I'd love to see you, kicking some ass. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
man. I
Makes
appreciate
sense.
you putting it out there on YouTube. This is huge for us. Getting it
Yeah,
out. Drawing
absolutely.
attention on here, and really appreciate you doing that. So we're gonna get it, baby. We have the power.
We have the power. Yeah.
That's
And,
right.
and the trailer is much longer. Make sure you guys go you watch the full thing and give you a little more info what's going on. But again, when you first watch it, just don't be confused that it's finished, because it's not. And it's so good. I keep bringing this up. It's like the fifth time I brought it up, but it's so good that I feel like it speaks to you that it's finished, and it's not.
I think it really has the potential to be, one of those movies that just kind of withstands it, like a TMNT, like that first TMNT movie that just
Ah.
withstands the
Well,
test of time. And there's
so do you don't understand where I'm coming from when you watch it? It's so good that you feel like it's finished. Does that make
yeah,
sense? Like,
yeah, and I think a lot of people say, "Oh man, this looks great! I can't wait to see it."
right?
And I've seen that comment a lot, and it's like, "Thank you, I agree. Daniel did a great job on this trailer."
That's
But
fantastic.
but yeah, I think some people may be a little confused and think that it's definitely happening. But yeah, we're gonna get there. We need the support and backing. So
All right. Well, you know what? We're in the middle of SDCC. We've
yeah,
got
we are.
funding
Exciting
going
time
on.
for
Yeah.
sure.
For
Speaking of Master of the Universe, so much stuff, huh?
Fall of Grayskull 2. There's so much stuff going on right now. Uh,
Yeah.
while I have you here and we're touching on this, let's just touch on I always want to say CCC.
Yeah.
SDCC for a second and just get your thoughts on a few things.
Yeah.
Before I go any further, has there anything that's caught your eye or you saw that was being released and you're like shock and awe, or that you feel like, you've got to have it? I mean, anything like that?
So the thing that caught my eye the most was the Mondo buzz off that they teased. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
So that was in the panel, and they didn't show the actual. It's just a
Well,
concept art, but
okay.
that's
All right.
just knowing that they got him, loaded in the chamber, and they're working on him.
So that's for the
He's-
1/6 scale, 12-inch.
The one, yeah, the 12-inch one. So that one really caught my eye. There's a lot of good stuff. I like the Sesame Street that NECA's putting out.
Yeah,
Of
I saw that.
course, the Thundercats is cool.
The
Mondo
crossover?
Thundercats.
You talking about the Super 7, the light up eyes?
I'm talking about the Mondo
Oh,
Thundercats. So we
you
got,
saw Armando. Okay.
yeah, but then it's just so much stuff. The Mondo Thundercat. Then we have the Origins Thundercats. That's also very exciting that they teased.
A few people have speculated it's going to be Masterverse, and I've got news for you. In my opinion, now I don't have any inside like trader information, but I'm almost certain it's going to be Origins.
I heard Origins.
Yeah, if
I-
your hopes are up for Masterverse, I've seen a lot of comments on that. It's next to none because they've done Turtles.
Has,
They've done. Go ahead.
has Mattel clarified? It's just, I think it's all just.
I don't know. I just know that it's crossover. I haven't gotten any confirmation. I reached out to someone, and it was not clarified. But I'm almost 100. I'm 99.9% sure it's going to be Origins.
Is that what you would prefer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going to buy 6 or 7 inch, I'm just sticking with Super 7 with the Ultimates.
The Ultimates, yeah. You can
Yeah,
get those
I mean,
light up eye ones.
Say it again.
You doing the light up eye figures? Have you?
I bought 3 of each. Yeah, for a pre-order.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
I'm hoping. So I did an interview with Brian Flynn last week on Friday, Friday before Comic-Con obviously this week started, and he said that they were a few weeks out from receiving them for the con, and then he said that what they were going to do is you could come there, pre-order them, and they would ship for free to you when they came in.
Okay.
And then Monday they would put the difference up, whatever's left over, and I was like, well, am I going to miss out on Monday if I don't get it Monday? He was like, well, if you don't get it by Wednesday, I would say, you just need to get your order in by Monday and get it in. So I think somewhere along the line, Super 7 said, let's just do a pre-order. And now I haven't talked to Brian to clarify that, but it's up for pre-order for Big Bad through Super 7, Entertainment Earth. So it is available. Okay. I'm still wondering though, I'm curious, and I haven't reached out to Brian to ask him because I know he's busy, but I'm curious if Monday is still going to be a pre-order for the first batch that he was discussing with me. You get one now, and then eventually if you order one for later, you'll get one. Because I'd like to get one now. But I did order 3 of each. And is that probably a little excessive? Yeah. But I've got 20 Lion-O right now and 10 Amras.
One to open, one in box, and one just in case, right?
Just think, you stick them next to, put one in the bathroom and one in the kitchen, and you walk around. Now, the interesting thing is, I've seen the lights on in the images from the convention. Mm-hmm. He told me it was a pressed down head. Now, I want people to keep in mind, Brian explained to me that he's like 2 years ahead on SDCC. So when he sees stuff, he's already moved on to multiple things. So his recollection is something maybe different than they may have changed something. I don't know, but I've seen the light up eyes on in the display. The head's not pressed down unless they have some type of something holding it down. So, I don't know.
Probably, I wonder if it's like a click top, like a head where you...
Okay, that could be the case too, where you click it and almost like the button clickers to turn the lights on and stuff. Yeah, that could be that could be it too. Yeah, so he can still be correct. It's just not full explanation of how it comes on.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he does that.
But how about Mondo with the real Ghostbusters? How you feel about that?
So that was revealed today, right?
Yeah, I got a couple pictures here. I was going to pull up.
Pull that up. I caught that briefly.
I'll just do this one picture here.
6 inch, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. So this is Boogeyman, and I was telling you earlier, I always call this guy the pumpkin guy. Like I he was like the pumpkin king when I was a kid watching this episode. But if you just take a step back and look at the details, now I'm hoping these aren't just hand painted like samples.
Yeah.
If these are production pieces, dude,
they're amazing. Yeah. They almost look like 3D rendering, but they're not because they're in.
These are in a case.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll go to Instagram real quick. Let's go to let me go to Geek Dad Life. I don't even know how to even search on this thing here because Jay.
So this will be their first foray into like the smaller 6 inch line, right? For
the first time. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He might not put a lot up. Actually, here you go.
There's my buzz off.
I'm gonna look at it in a minute. All right. So right here, like these are actual pictures in the case. You know?
Yeah.
So Sam Hain, and you got Boogeyman, of course, the Slimer here. They're gonna be 2-packs. So I'm sure they're probably gonna be pretty expensive. What would you guess price point wise?
Price point TBD. So if they're 2-packs,
And they're full
I would
figures.
get.
I mean,
Yeah, I would guess maybe 100. I don't know.
Mondo.
What do you think?
Mondo though.
Mondo? Yeah.
How much is
They're
a
6-inch.
Mayfex? How much is a Mayfex? Yeah, but how much is a Mayfex or
Mayfix is 100 for one.
for
Yeah.
one? Yeah, for a
Yeah.
6-7 inch figure. So that's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna take advantage of their bigger lines, and you half it down. You're still at $100. You know.
Yeah, that's very interesting because 6-inch can go. You know, there's such a wide range, I guess, on higher end figures.
Well, these look fantastic though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, so they might be. Yeah, there's a chance they could be like $200 2-packs. Yeah.
Would you pay $200 for these two and these two? $100 each for, I mean, $400 for those?
I
Collected that. I'm saying, would you pay that?
If I collected, you know, if Ghostbusters were my, you know, my main line, or it's possible. Yeah. If it was like if it was Masters, I could see myself.
So they're talking about doing 2000 and X or 2002 Mo 2 figures. You saw that, right?
For Mondo?
I believe so, right? No?
But that's going to be the larger scale. It's going to be the 12-inch scale. Yeah. Click that.
It's 6-inch. It's 112.
Oh.
Yeah.
That changes things quite
See,
a
man?
bit.
Pixel Dan, shout out to him. And Geek Dad.
Well, I noticed that's great. I thought they were, it's because I noticed that the buck looked a little different. I'm like, oh, they're changing the buck, you know?
Nah, that's 6-inch, man.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. They're getting into and the reason why I brought Mayfex up is just because of the price.
Yeah.
You know, their price points they're $100 a figure.
Yeah,
So
Mayfix, Storm Collectibles.
Right.
Yeah.
Does Mondo believe they're higher end than Super 7 from 55 to 105? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And by the way, make sure you comment below. Let us know what you think. Is that something that Mondo can do? I mean, is that because I have you have several behind you up a little higher of the 12-inch, the 1/6 scale. And, you know, sometimes you get one, you got to put a stand on it. Sometimes they won't stand well. I love Mondo.
Top heavy.
Very,
stand very well.
Depends on what, like the weapons. If you put the weapons out in the arm, they'll be a little top heavy at the ankles. So I'm just curious to see what they think their value is at. Now, there seems to be a lot of heads here, a lot of hands, a lot of weapons. You can change them up from a more classic style to 2000 and X.
Yeah, I bet you they're going to be somewhere between. I bet you maybe. I don't think it's going to be. It's so hard to say.
I mean,
maybe
there's
75.
One here, there's one, a ponytail, almost like King Grayskull, with sword, like, you know, from the 2000X version, not the Masterverse stuff, but you know, it looks like you can really do a lot of things here. You might have to buy multiples, but I think you say 75,
75 to 100. It's gonna.
Yeah, I would say 100 easily, in my opinion. I don't know.
100.
Yeah, you know, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Where was that buzz off at?
Oh, maybe that wasn't buzz off. I guess maybe I saw that.
Lino.
I saw that He-Man.
I'm not digging the loincloth. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Mondo puts their own twist on some stuff, but if you noticed, all right, we're both Motu.
What was it before? Did he had like a furry loincloth on the original? What was his?
Nah, he's just a straight up like Speedo. That's what the Thundercat.
Right.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing. if you've noticed when Mondo first did Motu, they did their own version of like He-Man, kind of Skeletor-ish. You know, they did Skeletor, but He-Man was their own thing. The leather like type stuff and all. You noticed over time they went away from all that, and they went to the classic stuff, to the stuff that people were more in tune with.
Yeah, I didn't like that first little skirt they gave.
Yeah, that's okay. So this is more of that. What I'm talking about is more of a not skirt, but it's more like royalty type thing. Whatever's going on Battlefield, I don't care. Whatever.
See, I like that. I think that looks good, but yeah,
but I'm a toy. You know, I'm an '80s toy guy. Like I'm a Thundercats collector.
Yeah,
And to me, I'm looking for a 12-inch Lion-O, not LJN, so to speak, but cartoonish at least.
And I don't know. And you know, they've done so many versions of He-Man now. You know, they're not going to just do one Lion-O, but man, all those head sculpts.
But I don't want to kill the line by not purchasing them. You don't know how many people think like that. They might be like, you know what, you know they're going to do it, so just don't buy that. And then they go, okay, there's no love or interest in Thundercats. Let's just move on. You know, I'm just one person, but you get the idea of what I'm getting at. I mean, Snarf looks like Leprechaun from
Snarf is wild looking, dude.
He looks like the Leprechaun from the.
He looks wicked looking.
He looks like you give me gold back. You know, like he's ready to come get you, man. His candy fruit. Don't piss him off. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not into it.
Does he have the Mumra posted too?
From Mondo?
Yeah, didn't they show him?
I didn't see that. No.
Maybe that was the concept.
Your Scareglow there.
That's the best one yet, I think.
Nah, I disagree, man. Disagree. Now, the muscles and all that have like the
sculpted on detail.
It's very highly detailed, and for the price, you can't go wrong. I mean, if you bought the last ones, if you bought the other ones, then you can buy this one because of all the detail. I'm not a fan of we talk about halberd, whatever the weapon, the way it's so large. Now it does come apart. You and I discussed this.
Yeah, it comes apart, but I don't see the interchangeable parts that it comes with. So
well, this is here, Pixel Dan. He might have he's got Scaremare.
Look at those wings. I can't believe those wings are.
Are you impressed by that? Is that?
I am impressed by the engineering that those wings are staying up.
That's a good point. Yeah, well, it looks like the elbows may be like taut, like almost like tight, like they're stiff in that position.
So it's not. It doesn't have articulated.
It doesn't look like it. I think they can move this way, like they can ball joint in or out, but that's why the wingspan goes so wide, or they go all the way back, so where it's like
that. Okay,
they're behind,
that makes sense.
They're middle or they're forward. Now I could be wrong.
Wondering how they were going to engineer that to.
But to me, they look like they're solid. I mean, if not, they would. There's no way the joint could hold that span, in my opinion. I don't know.
They are just they are crazy for going for. I mean, it's
but I told you. I think you got Swiftwind. Bo has a horse. You got different horses.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing. They just went. They just went for it. They're like, we're giving Scareglow a ride, and he's gonna have 5-foot wingspan, and we don't care. We don't care if you don't have room for it. We're just making it anyway.
And you know what's really wild is I did a video the other day on this. You can even do like Stridor, Night Stalker. You can really get into some things with this. But they made a mini comic for this through Dark Horse. Like she's canon now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it comes with a mini comic. So let's say, and I proposed this in the video I did. If you're a mini comic collector, what do you do?
I saw that.
Yeah, you watched it.
I'm not a mini comic collector, but
yeah, but you're not. But there are a lot of people who are.
I don't know. I feel like this is its own thing. I feel like that's separate from the vintage. You got the vintage mini comics. That's one thing. Okay. You got the Origins mini comics. That's another thing. And then this is.
And so you don't think there's anybody who's a completionist for Motu?
Probably. I mean, we're crazy, man. We just, you know, I'm sure there's people out there. It's like it's a mini comic. I gotta have it. You know,
So,
these
so do they wait for the mini comic to go on sale on eBay, or do they buy this and sell the figure on eBay and keep the mini comic? Which route you going?
they, I would buy that. Keep the mini comic. Sell the figure. You get the mini comic for free,
Free,
and
right? And get almost,
because
if not more, than your money back once it sells out for the horse.
I think for Scareglow, he'll go up in value. The horse, that's what is it, 600?
There's that. Look, there's articulation in the elbow right there.
Yeah, see, that's why I guess
But
this
but
is
if it's
probably
sold
not
out,
production. This is
it
not production yet, so
gotta be. It comes out like what, February, March. It's not far out, man. Here's the thing. So if I'm sitting on the elbows, like, you know, here, in order, they're out, but you have to. I don't know. Let's go back and look at one thing. Yeah, see, they're up. I mean, maybe Mondo super glued the. I'm just joking, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Go ahead and buy a couple of them so we could do a review, and we can check
no,
them out.
I'm putting that money towards the Kickstarter.
There you go. I like that. I like the way you think. Yeah, but it's definitely it's badass. And you know, you can take the arms out, and there's like this fire flame effect that can go in here.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they
The armor is awesome. It's a little bit plain underneath, but
it's
to me, I
wild.
mean, like if you buy it, you're not going to take that armor off. You got to have that rocking.
I don't think so. No,
Yeah.
$5.99.
Yeah, that makes it an easy pass for me. But the Scareglow is very tempting. The Scareglow is very tempting.
There he is. Yeah, and if you look at the breakdown of this, there's layers here. So there's like a cape with chains, and there's another cape, then the part here.
Yeah, there's
another
like
part.
all
There's several
it's
layers
multi-layered.
to
Yeah.
bring the chains and everything on. So he's got a lot of weight on him. And you see he's on a stand. He's on a stand. I do believe you're going to have to use the stand. I don't know about posability with this, with all the weight.
I use the stands for all of mine. Yeah.
I'm using a stand for two of mine. I can't.
I've got mine up high, so
Yeah.
I can't be risking a shelf dive from.
Yeah, I've gone in my toy room a couple of times where I have my detolfs, and I've come out where a figure's up against the glass. Like, so when you open it, they're coming out. You have to do one of the like real quick numbers to reach in and grab it. But overall,
Well, the good thing is I have a couch right here, so if they do take a shelf dive, they got a nice.
Yeah, but they bounce off the couch at the ground, man. I'm gonna tell you,
we've all heard that. I know you've heard that like crash when you're in your living room. And
I have. Yeah, I have, and I'd be like, "What the hell was that, man?" Look around.
Back and like.
The matter of fact, it was the Ultimates He-Man. That body, the whole body came in half. Like it just went in half. I got it that day. I put it in the case. I was like, "Yeah, it's stoked." And I don't pose my figures, just for the record. Once I get them, I kind of put them in like their arms, whatever. Done. And I was sitting there and I heard something. I was like, it was loud. I looked. He was in half, man. So there was a ball joint like sticking out of him. I'm like, what's going on here? And I just got him. But I'll tell you this, Mondo, shout out to Mondo. They are on point customer service.
They are.
Like that, man.
They are incredible. They've had a little bit of issues with their QC, but the small issues that they do have for QC, they like more than make up for.
Yeah, it makes you feel comfortable to buy it again. You know, you're like, all right, I'll buy another one. I know they got my back if something's wrong. Yeah. So they sent me a replacement body, and that one was apart. When it got to me in the mail, I opened it was already apart. And I went on a tire, and I was like, look, I'm not sending this back. I'm not taking the time. I'm not wasting my time. Like I'm done. And they reached out to me right away, and they just took care of it, man. And it was fantastic. And a few weeks later, I got a new body, and it was perfect. I mean, they take care of you, man. So shout out to Mondo.
Mondo's killing it for sure.
Yeah. This is I wish I had some more photos showing like the muscle fibers, like you can see it in the sculpt. You know, it looks really dope. It's definitely high end.
275,
huh?
275 on that Scareglow.
Yeah, there's $275, $599. There's a discount for like $250 or $225 or $7 $725 or $750 if you buy both together. So you save like $150, $100 some dollars if you buy both together.
I think that horse is going to end up being pretty rare. As cool as it is, I don't see a whole lot of people pulling the trigger on it. And it's like, I'm pretty sure these are made to order.
$5.99 is a lot, man.
Yeah. It's hard to. Space is such an issue with that, and so I think that alone is the reason. That and the price is going to be a reason. It's going to be a rarer piece. There's not going to be a whole lot of those made, I don't think.
Well, speaking of rare pieces, I want to touch on this real quick. Again, shout out to Pixel Dan. Some great photos. This blue cartoon version Hordak. If you recall, we had that 4-pack with the dark face Grizzlor, the Horde Troopers, and the
PowerCon exclusive set.
PowerCon exclusive, right? And it's beautiful artwork. The box swivels around. I told a few people in the little group we're in, I was like, look, you can buy it all day long. It's fine. I like to get the Grizzlor, but I'll hold off. They're going to make a Filmation Hordak eventually. And of course, this is the newer body. This is the newer sculpt pieces, but it looks fantastic in my opinion. If this is the production piece, it looks great. If you did not buy the 4-pack, you got Grizzlor from Creations. You had a chance to reorder him because they put him back up for like a pre-order.
Wasn't there like it was a red Horde Trooper,
red and
right?
black. Yeah, red and black.
Yeah.
But if you wanted a Trooper, you were able to get Trooper and silver or gray, however, whatever. And then
I think they have the red and black Horde Troopers out now too, I think.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is that if you missed out on the Hordak and the 4-pack, there you go right here. This is, and you got a full arm. I understand the cannon was cool and all, but if you wanted a cannon, even the 5.5 from Super 7 had the cannon attachment that went like over the arm, for the blue Filmation style Hordak. This looks great, man. That face, just, I don't know. I'll be picking this up. I've cut back on the origin stuff, the cartoon line stuff, but I will be picking this up. Multiple.
I haven't gotten any of the cartoon stuff.
Yeah, I've got a few pieces, but I'll definitely be getting this. I mean, it just looks good, man. I don't know. It looks like it came right out of the cartoon, right out of Filmation, like off a cell, So I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to just peek at that. They got She-Ra, of course, it showed off.
Now they're getting a little more creative here.
Yeah, it's more. I don't know if it's more snake stuff going on.
Yeah, snake.
Yeah. They I don't know. I'm kind of done with the snake stuff. I'm not done. I don't mind it. I'm just not going too deep into variations of adding snake armor or different things to the characters.
Snake armor stuff never really did much for me, but I appreciate that they're venturing out and not just doing like they're doing something more creative with it. I like it when they do that, or they've got new characters that you've never seen before. So, I'll probably pass on that, but I can appreciate what they're doing with it.
The thing is, man, when they do crossovers with stuff, like, so they showed off, here, let me just do this, in case no one saw this. So Mattel showed this off. Now, we know Super 7 has a license, and of course, Mondo has a license. Mondo has a license for the 12-inch figures, Super 7, 6, 7-inch figures, so that's why I said Masterverse is probably a no-go. It's going to be Origin.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And it's going to be the 5.5. Now, Brian is doing, Super 7 is doing 5.5. You saw the Conan and the Misfits and all that, right? So they're doing the 5.5 version, the old school style, which is different than the articulated style.
Yeah, it didn't have the elbow and knee articulation, huh?
Right. So maybe Super 7 will be able to do these in the 5.5, like the Funko style that we saw, but more accurate to the toy or the cartoon, whatever they choose to do. But this crossover here is very interesting. Like, just like that Mechaneck we just saw, the crossover for the turtle stuff. I hope they don't get too crazy, but I hope they do. But I would love to just have where I can the posability or changeability to have just a standard Thundercats figure.
Like the origin, like on an Origins buck.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
I think that would be great. I don't know if they plan on doing like a Turtles of Grayskull mashup or like what you said. I think I would prefer just the Thundercats style on an Origins buck. Yeah.
Well, it says here Mo2 crossover Thundercats toy line coming 2025. So, it's going to be something along the lines of like the WWE or the
Oh,
Turtles.
really?
Yeah, that's what it's
Okay.
going to be. Yeah. So
Okay.
Mattel is going to be doing that. Someone sent me this photo and they circled Mattel and was like, is Super 7 losing a license? I'm like, no, that's not what's happening. It's a different scale. It's a whole different thing, crossover. Super 7's going pretty hard. They even made a new buck of Lion-O for the light up eyes. And you can bet
really?
they're not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new buck, the whole from head to toe. So anyway, Beetlejuice, the second movie here. NECA's doing figures for that. I wanted to just touch on that for a second. I was scrolling through things and just like the amount of stuff that's coming out. How do people who have multiple like attractions to things, how do they keep up with this stuff? Like I haven't thought about Beetlejuice in several years. And now that the movie's coming out, I'm all into it. How do I afford that and then buy Thundercat? I mean, how do people keep up, man? Like
You just got to be very selective with your stuff. It's tough because there's so much stuff. You want it all. I mean, it's impossible to get it all. You just gotta be disciplined and set your rules, right?
Right.
Like us as collectors, we all in our heads set these crazy rules. I'm only getting
just this.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting, shout out to one of my subscribers, friend of the channel, Shiloh. He sent me this T-shirt, man, from 80s Tees. Cool Skeletor T-shirt. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
That's a Christmas special, huh?
Yeah.
I don't like to feel good. I like to
yeah, exactly. So picking and choosing, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen anything. Obviously, they just announced it, but NECA does some pretty good stuff. Their quality can be.
I love the NECA stuff.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
That's why I brought it up, because I know you do. I know you love it, man. And I really truly put it up because I know you love NECA.
Those movie NECA TMNT line, it's the best. The Jim Henson design NECA turtles, they're so well done. Still my favorite turtles out there.
So like the GameStop exclusive, whatever, the 1/4 inch, like the 6-inch, 7-inch,
the 6-inch ones.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I agree. I definitely agree.
And then they had Tatsu that they announced. That was another one of my favorite. That got leaked, I think, a week or so ago.
Yeah, I saw Hatter put that up. I saw Hatter show that off. Yeah, he's like, "This is real. This is real. This is not a custom." Like he showed like a faint photo of the box. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even really like, it was like, I kind of want Tatsu, and then everybody's like, they're never gonna make Tatsu. He doesn't want to, and so then it was like a whole thing, and I just thought we were never gonna make him, and now that they're actually making him, now I'm like, oh, got me kind of hyped for it, and he looks great. He's got cloth goods and everything, and
oh yeah,
people are already starting to find him in stores.
Well, you saw, so I'm going to a Retro Toy Con convention in South Carolina in November.
Okay.
And Toy Federation puts that on. And I don't do many conventions, that. I kind of stay to myself, but I checked it out. I got a VIP pass for dinner for like just with whoever the guests are and stuff.
Oh,
and so you know who Pizza Boy is, right? They did him with the scooter. Come on.
Oh yeah.
You got it.
Kino.
Yeah. So he's actually going to be a guest at the show, and I was kind of stoked for that. And there's other people going to be there as well. And right now it's escaping me because I'm just excited for that. But anyway, I bought the ticket not knowing that.
Ernie Reyes.
Huh?
Ernie Reyes.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. To check that out. I like to have that pizza box that they did. I think Super 7 did that, right? Was it Super 7? Or was it
I think
NECA?
it was NECA. I think it was like it was an SDC exclusive for that.
Yeah.
The one with the scooter,
Had to
and
be
it
NECA
came
they have
with
the rights to
with the
his. They
pizza
had to be
box.
NECA. Yeah, I like to have that. Be able to get that like sign and like stick it to the
That'd
wall.
be awesome.
Put some like 3M tape behind it. Just ruin it. Just like stick it to the wall. Put it up on the backdrop. It's yeah. It's gonna be dope
That's
to get
so
the
cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome meeting him.
But anyway, man, yeah, Mo2 stuff's coming. There's a lot of stuff. There's tons of toy lines we haven't mentioned. If there's anything that we skipped over and you want to talk about, you can comment below, reach out to me, let me know. Nick Doobs Creations, he's on Instagram. I'll put his information down below. You can check him out. Make sure you go and check out this Kickstarter.
Back to Kickstarter.
Whatever you can do. Yeah.
Before you buy any of these SDCC exclusives, back to Kickstarter.
There you go. You heard it from the man himself.
We got a million He-Man toys. You don't need your 35th He-Man action figure. You need a He-Man movie.
Yeah, you don't need your 5th redo of the Mondo $300 piece.
Exactly.
Come get this, man. Come check this out. Back this. Let's get excited for it. Spread the word. If you can't help out, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Just if you can do if when I post it, if you want to just share the story on Thunder Punch He-Man on Instagram, Nick Doobs Creations on Instagram, I'll share his information below. I'll put links to everybody.
Red Serial Films, Facebook, Instagram.
Dude, I'll have it all. Whatever. We'll put it all down there. Just if you can back it. If not, share it. Share it doesn't. Sharing is caring.
Sharing's great, man. Get the word out.
Yeah, so
fresh in everybody's heads,
Well, look, man, Nick, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. I know it's late.
I appreciate you having me. It's an honor, man. It's awesome to be on here and talking toys. I could do this all night.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it for a while. We were on here for a few hours before we even started recording, man. So, Nick and I
technical difficulties, but
yeah, we're trying to figure out if we wanted to show Nick off in all his glory. Yeah,
got it, man.
That wasn't funny, man. Come on, it was funny. Thought that was funny. I thought it was great. Your PowerCon, all your glory. For those who don't know, so you won that cosplay contest, correct?
I did. There was a
that's what I'm referring to. Is people who don't know. He's not catching on what I'm trying to say. But anyways, Nick played Roboto, or not played, but cosplayed Roboto at PowerCon. I think it was the last year they were in California, right?
Yes, that was last year in California, correct.
Okay. And you won that contest with the outfit you had on.
I did. There was a guy that was Fearless Photog. I got to give him a shout out because he always does the best costumes, and he had the Fearless Photog where
the kid submitted, he won the contest. Yeah,
he won the contest, and then they did the classics version of
the figure, and
they had that like lenticular guy running on his chest.
It's like like Running Man almost.
Exactly. He had an iPad hooked up with a silhouette of the Running Man. It was so rad.
Man.
So he could easily won. He was incredible. I got to give him a shout out. But
probably if that character was probably more like a little more popular.
Yeah, I think Roboto is a little more popular, so that's
right.
Probably helped me out a lot.
Yeah. But, well, look, man. I appreciate this. Thank you for coming on. I'm gonna make sure I spread the word on this. Again, I hate to keep repeating myself, but make sure you check the Kickstarter out. Get on there, back it. If you can't back it, share it. Sharing is caring. We appreciate you. And we're gonna hop off here. And if we get some updates, we'll come back on. We'll get some stuff going, and we're gonna see this thing get backed.
Yeah, we will. Thank you, Billy. We appreciate it,
man. I appreciate everything, man. Take care of yourself, Nate. We'll talk soon.
All right.
All right,
Later.
buddy.